Falcon fans, Falcon fans, Falcon fans, Falcon fans. Woo! You already know what it is, and you already know what it do. Episode 119, one time for the fan. Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Stitcher Radio Podcast, Google. Who knows? We're probably on the moon by now. They said they found aliens. I'm guessing they're listening to One Time for the Fan too, buddy. What's good?
Man, you said episode one time.
Yeah.
Hope to get there one day.
Shit.
What's good, people? Let's see them emojis real early in the chat.
Definitely going in the right direction. One Time for the Fan. When we first started, Bodie, 1 or 2 subscribers, not too many views. You know, just a little ant trying to get through the little farm there. Trying to find our way. But now we turned up. We're on a whole new level. One Time for the Fan is definitely moving in the right direction. And it starts with you all, the fans, the Falcon fans here in the chat. Of course, me, Bodie. What's the other guy's name? Carl. And Kiki, Desbiana, Ellis, Bates, Ritter, London, Robinson, Smith. We've just did our best to try to bring content as best as we can to you all. And Bodie knows it's a long time coming here on One Time for the Fan. So thank you to everybody who's been supporting One Time for the Fan. We're over 450 subscribers now. We wanted to hit our mark before preseason. We hit the mark, Bodie.
Hit the applause button. Shit. All right. Yeah, we need to get the soundboard going.
It's looking up for us here on One Time for the Fan. And once again, we do thank all the fans here in the chat, everybody who's been listening, watching, retweeting, sharing, commenting, liking the page, subscribing to the channel on YouTube. Like, it's just going it's going up. It's going up. So shout out to everybody here. Let's get straight to it. Bodie, man, last time we talked, man, so much been going on with the Falcons, but how have you been, sir?
I'm alive and well. I am here breathing on this earth, and I am a fan of who I believe is the greatest football team in the NFL. This is my team. I can't ask for anything else. I'm just blessed to be alive and here talking to you great people. So, rise up.
And you're rocking the Highland man bun, the Highlander.
It's like the Highlander man puff. Yeah.
Where's your cape and sword?
Yeah. You know what? I gotta find that. I think you're supposed to. I let you borrow it. Yeah, you gotta give it back and let you borrow it.
That's how the fucking, what is that shit? The goddamn
Vanguard.
Like Game of Thrones. You say you're not a big Game of Thrones guy, right?
My wife is more Game of Thrones than I am. You know, I catch a couple episodes. But,
all you Game of Thrones fans, you know what that means. When you see that fucking goddamn laser sword come out.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I watched the first episode when I watched it and saw that brother and sister kissing, and I was like,
"It's a lot going on that show. It's a lot going on."
I know it's deeper than that.
For all you Game of Thrones fans in here, we ain't bashing. But House of the Dragons is coming back really, really soon. So Falcon fans who's big on Game of Thrones and House of the Dragons, be prepared for that. Bodie, let's get straight to the chat before we get to this Falcon news, because it's going to take us a long time today to talk about some Falcons football. And they got this doggone storm passing over. So I don't even know if we might be able to make it to an hour, because the power across the street, the neighborhood across the street, they're out of power right now.
Wow.
So it's crazy right now. I'm hoping that we don't get shut off midstream like happened, 2 months ago or something, when they cut us off midstream?
Yeah.
We hope that don't happen, Falcons fans, but we still rocking with y'all for as long as we can tonight.
Big Ant.
But show might be
a little
short in the hour. Big Ant is in the building.
Man, appreciate your support, man. Appreciate that, man.
What's up, my Falcons family? What's good, Big Ant? He said training camp on Saturday was so amazing. We're going to talk about some training camp news here in a minute. Bodie, you did not get a chance to make it out to training camp. I was
supposed to go, but yeah.
You still I think you got like a day left. I think it's one more. I believe it's one more day. Might have a chance to get out there.
When is like Monday or something?
Tomorrow, and then they have the open practices against the Dolphins. You want to fly out to Miami this week, let me know.
Again?
Back again? Rolling loud too? But yes, Falcon fans, training camp on Saturday was amazing. I was out there on Friday, which we'll talk about too as well. They had a special guest out there on Friday, Bodie. There was a special guest at training camp on Friday. I'm going to tell you how we noticed who this special guest was and how we tried to get the special guest over to come over to our area. But you make that much money, they just don't remember you no more. They just don't remember you no more.
I'm telling you.
But it was great to see this special guest, and we'll talk about that here too tonight. Harold Poole might not be too happy tonight. We're gonna drop some. Go back to the past. Harold Poole. Man. So if you're watching, just bear with us.
Hey.
He's probably typing it right now. I know what y'all about to do.
He's like, I'm about to hit send.
Shit sitting right there. As soon as he types the first letter, autocorrect them pulled up all the words for him right there. There you go. Right on time.
Shout out to Harold Poole, man.
Shout out to Hal, man. Diehard Falcon fan and season ticket holder. False start Falcons in the building. He said, what they do?
Absolutely. How you doing, man? He been here.
Bubba Gump been here. Bubba Gump been here.
Salute.
What's going on? Auntie Pam's in the building. She said, hello, fellas. Hello, Kiara. Kiara, you here? Kiara's not here today.
Ain't see her.
Sheesh. Kiara's in the chat, though. I guarantee you Lyric's mom is somewhere in the chat. Kiki, Desbiana, Ellis Bates. Be prepared for our Wednesday show. We have a special guest. TDP Mojo is going to be joining us. I'm sure Chase will be back. Bodie should be here too as well, and Kiki. But congratulations to Chase. Early congratulations. It should be happening this week. So, baby should be here.
Baby. So, yeah.
The baby is on the way. Another Falcon fan on the way.
With Chase.
So if you hear from Chase, if you see Chase, if you know Chase, definitely give him a big salute. I believe he's at the hospital right now, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah.
Oh my God, it's gonna be so cool. We get one time for the fan baby too. It's gonna be so cool.
Word.
So
shout out to Chase.
This is great. But shout out to Chase and his beautiful wife too as well, and their family. You have everything going for you right now, Chase. So keep doing what you're doing, brother. Can't wait to have you back on the podcast, and I'm sure you can't wait to have your beautiful blessing with you shortly. Yep. So if y'all see Chase, give him a salute. The Falcon Commander's in the building. He's throwing emojis around. It's going down in the major way when the Falcon Commander shows up.
Salute to the Commander.
That's a Falcons first down. Falcon Commander, you know that, right? Don't you?
You put me on a mic.
Shit. He's a diehard Falcon fan too. DSGB Hall's in the building one time. He's checking in with the emojis. He also has his fist up one time.
Already.
Hey, Bodie, Sterling Woods is in the chat. He said, let's go. Rise up. Hope everyone is having a good evening.
Absolutely, Sterling. I hope you are too. Well, rise up.
Falcon fans, we lit. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Let's run it up tonight. Bring your comments, bring your questions. We're going to talk about it here in the chat. We'll talk about some training camp news here shortly. Get y'all prepared for Falcons, Dolphins. Ghost Peppers is in the chat. Said, Falcon family, what's good with you? And he's dropping emojis.
What's good, Ghost Peppers? How you doing, brother?
Hashtag the fan club. Hashtag one-timers. Put the ones up.
One time.
People getting fancy now. They're putting the one with the clock emoji, like one time. They're getting real fancy out here. Sullivan's here in the chat. It's going crazy right now. Falcon fans are tuning in. They're listening. They're watching. They love to talk Falcons football. It's game week, right, Bodie? We're back on the field?
It's game week. It is game week officially.
What do you make? What are you making for Falcons Dolphins this week? Are you preparing a dish? Getting something together? Or is it more like just order the wings and we'll sit back and watch some preseason football?
For the first game, even if it's preseason, I don't care. It's a game. It's wings. We order wings. Might be something easy,
something light.
My wife might rotel. She loves rotel. I love rotel.
Okay.
Might be a wing and rotel day.
Okay. Your Rotel, when you make it, I ain't gonna do. I had a joke for you, man. I'm gonna let this just slide.
You can't even get it in.
I couldn't even get it. I was gonna say you put like Fritos in there, that type, like Dorito type shit. You know how it is. Bubba Gump's in the chat. You know he's rocking with us. To the panel, Miss Pam, and the rest of the chat. How's it going?
I love it. I love it. All of us, one big family.
People notice when you're not here, Bodie. They say you bite.
Man. I'm back, man. I'm back.
False Star Falcon is here. You know he got the ones up. Oh, right on time. Soon as I said it, bam, right there. Hal Pooh is here, right on time. I guarantee you, Hal Pooh's probably sitting at the house. Friday, he sees the report that Matt Ryan's at camp. I guarantee Hal Pooh's like, I bet Jack and Bodie ass gonna talk about this shit on Sunday. I bet they are.
Know that. He was the first one in the chat. I'm sure.
Hal Pooh, I bet they should probably had those words up on the damn screen before the show started.
Yeah.
Like you knew who was getting ready to talk about one of the greatest quarterbacks in Falcons franchise history.
Probably the greatest, probably the best quarterback in Falcons franchise history. But, that's debatable, with different people.
There's a lot going on. I didn't even get a chance to watch this Hall of Fame game. Now it's on right now. It's like, okay, well, football.
I watched it. It was XFL. That's not worth watching.
Shit.
But, yeah, I mean, it's all good.
It's all good in the hood. Ghost Peppers is still in the building. He said, this is our year. Y'all got to know this, Falcon fans. When you got fans like Ghost Peppers, False Star Falcon, DSGB Hall, Lisa Shepard, Carrie, who else? Bubba Gump. Some diehard Falcon fans that know that we have put a lot into this team this year. We are cooking on both sides of the ball. We have improved on both sides of the ball. Maybe one or two areas that some teams can say, they're not that good in those areas. I mean, people don't look at the middle linebacker situation and say, kind of shaky there. Wide receiver room outside of Drake, Mack, and Scotty's like, what are you going to do there? But then again, if you're a diehard Falcon fan, you believe in this team, you've been watching them, you know what you got.
Bro, all I know is the way Bijan was catching the ball. His ass is a wide receiver, too.
Every time you mention that name on this channel, we might have goddamn go crazy, boy.
Shit.
From what I seen at training camp,
Kyle Pitts is a wide receiver.
Anytime I'd heard Bijan name at training camp, I'm looking around for conversation. As soon as they say Bijan, who said it? Who said it?
Yeah.
Who said it?
Straight up.
I'm ready to defend.
Nobody
better not be talking negative about Bijan right now, because boy, where you been?
We got more receivers than y'all think.
Where you been? But let me tell you something. I'd have been in camp 4 days. What up, Bijan?
Man.
That boy Bijan is something else.
That's an alien. That's the one of the aliens you was talking about, Jack.
They found some of them. One is on the football field in Flower Branch. He going crazy. The thing about it is, I'm going back to draft night, Bodie, even when you were stuck on Bijan, and I'm looking at some of the previous One Time for the Fan recordings and everything we talked about, and then I get out to camp and I see it.
Yeah. I mean, you wasn't gonna find that star power anywhere in the draft. That's some star power you just could not pass. I don't care.
Falcon fans, put the ones in your chat for Bijan. Put the ones in the chat for Bijan. If you rocking with Bijan this year, put the ones in the chat. If you saw what Bijan has done so far at training camp and believe all the hype around Bijan Robinson this season, put your ones in the chat. If you don't believe in Bijan this year, put your nines in the chat. Let's go with 9. I ain't gonna put 2s. Put your 9s in the chat. We'll take you out there. We'll take you out there. Carrie's here. What's up, Jack? Bodie in the chat. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Less than a week and Falcons football will be back. Preseason, but still. And she's dropping heart emojis.
We back.
You gotta love it. Lyrics Mom's in the chat. She said, hey, fam. Hey, everybody. Kiki, should I say hi to you here or in the chat? What do you want me to do?
Hell.
Jeez. Gotta have you. Carrie's here. Will you guys bet the preseason game against the Dolphins? Or do you only go to Miami for Rolling Loud? Shit. Pew, 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 pew. Outside of Rolling Loud, we still go to Miami. But shout out to everybody from the Rise Up tour. People, members, Falcon fans are going to be down there this week. I won't be out there. Sad. But I really wanted to go because my friends had the open practice tickets for Wednesday and Thursday. So won't be out there this week. Bodie?
I'm not going. I want to go, but I'm not going. I ain't retired yet. So once I retire, I'm gonna be hitting these games like changing draws. I'm gonna be.
And speaking of that Rolling Loud situation, we boy, let me tell you something. I had a great time.
It was an awesome.
Had a great time. Lemon Pepper TV on TikTok. If you want to see some footage, Lemon Pepper, no ER, just the A. Lemon Pepper TV. If you want to see some footage, but I will be doing Rolling Loud again. I will be doing that again, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Took me back to when I was like a high school. I was like, yeah, what's going on? Like, what time is the game? What time is the pep rally? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it was a little rowdy in high school. Huh?
A little rowdy. The jokes that they were rowdy. Shit. Terrell Johnson's in the chat. He said, rise up a week closer to Falcons football. All these Falcon fans, Bodie, who's been here with us, not only through the season of last year, but the off season this season. And then they're sitting here now knowing they are days away from them Dirty Birds taking the field. This is great.
I want to see all of them from the first string to the damn eighth string. I want to see everybody.
Not the eighth string. That's deep in the class. Sade's here. She said, hey, y'all.
Hey, Sade. How you doing? We bite.
Block and Dirty is in the building. Lisa Shepard.
Lisa, we bite.
Lowski. One time.
We bite. Oh.
Jeff Wolf was here that day. He said, hate getting cut off midstream. It's Jeff Wolf right now. It is pouring down. Like right now.
Yeah.
But did the rain make it your way yet? Storm make it your way?
It's been raining on and off for hours. Nothing crazy. Hopefully not. But yeah.
Carrie's here. Left my ass off. I wrote that about Rolling Loud before you said it, Jack. Sheesh. Hey, let me tell you something. I was a big time fan of Travis and Uzi. Some of these artists, like their music, not what they do on their free time, their music, but seeing them perform live is like, you gotta be kidding me. This is how lit y'all be? Okay.
Another appreciation.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna act like I listen to a lot of those cats, but I added a lot of music to my playlist, my daily rotations. So shout out to that, man. It was an experience.
Yeah. It's going down in a major way. UMP lovers here. He said, EDA. I got you. Don't know what that is, but if you're a Falcon fan, rise up, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, I rise up. Well,
Hal Pooh said, dang, dude, it's all fun. No harm intended. Rise up.
Know. You've been here so long, bro. We know.
Now, there's probably some fans in the chat. There's some new fans that jump in every now and then. They might see the comment, and then they might be like, what? That's my dog. Yeah.
More so inside joke here, too. So, you're your first time here, and you seeing that.
Look, the homie. He always tells me he never gets a chance to catch the show. Now he's here in the chat, and he's catching the show. Leando's in the building.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Y'all
realize Falcon football starts Friday.
Bodie, just so I don't forget, can you keep reminding me every 5 minutes, please, during the show?
I got you.
Put that down, chat. Falcons football starts this week. Can y'all keep reminding me, please, just in case I do forget? Pamela Johnson with the one time, with the ghost finger, too.
Surprised you would forget.
There's a lot going on.
Considering you do the stripes on the field and all.
Shit. Atlanta supporters here. This week will be amazing. Falcon fans, what are y'all doing to prepare for this game week? Is there anything y'all doing important? I mean, some people are heading down to Miami. Are y'all throwing like a pregame party? Y'all doing any tailgates? Some folks are cranking up the grill on Friday. I ain't gonna lie. Some folks are looking to put a menu out there for their family. Say, look, we eating this. I know we might do this on Friday, but the Falcons play on Friday.
I don't know how effing happy I am to see football. We're gonna have football from now. It started Thursday. We're gonna have football from last Thursday all the way to February. That means college and pros.
I'm glad you said that. Because not only, and this is for all the Falcons fans
who
are also dog fans too.
Yeah.
The Georgia Bulldogs are getting ready to get back out there again. Now, I know there's some Clemson fans here. There's some Auburn fans in the chat. There's a Utah. So there's a Utah fan somewhere in this chat. There's a Wisconsin fan. There's probably a Syracuse. I know there's a Florida State fan. There's some Hurricane fans in the chat. But damn it, we dogs around here.
That's hard to hear.
3P on the way. Woo. And there's a couple of Bama fans in the chat. I left y'all last for a reason.
Last. Dead ass last. Roll dead.
It's going down in a major way. Big Low Country Sports, diehard Falcon fan, and content creator. What in the world, Bo?
In the world, Bo.
We're on the greatest podcast in the world.
Hey, man.
Our podcast?
Oh, man.
You talking about us like that?
I'm too humble.
Put on a t-shirt.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Now, it's going down in a major way. I know y'all want to hear about training camp.
Big Low to homie.
Big time. And don't forget, we got something coming up in Tennessee this year, too, as well. So, Falcon fans, I know y'all looking to see what's going on, the Rise Up tour. We already have dates and everything planned for the meet and greets, the host hotels, everybody that's traveling on the road. I got a question to ask y'all, too, before the show is over with. So, be prepared for that. I got a question to ask y'all. Bodie, remind me to ask the chat the question before the show's over, please.
What you going to ask them? Pine Sol or Fabuloso?
I'm still trying to remember the question right now, but just remind me. Shit.
Yeah, he was like,
shit. Bijan by Auntie Pam.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
William Amy said, yo, I'm glad Jeff Okudah is okay. We are going to speak about that too as well tonight. That was a tough situation Friday seeing it. I ran down there when I saw the cart come out. I was like, oh, they're about to deliver water? No, they're about to pick somebody up. Who is that? Ran down there like I was a player.
Damn. All right.
It's tough, but I'm glad to hear that Jeff Okudah is going to be okay. Uncle Steve's Lounge in the chat, another content creator, diehard Atlanta Falcon fan. He said, what's up, fellas?
Can't wait to get him on the show. Can't wait to get Uncle Steve on the show, man.
The John Waters shit.
Can't wait.
William Amy, we got to stay healthy because I was in Atlanta, Georgia with my hair on fire when I heard Jeff Okudah got hurt. It was tough. Man. I took a picture with Okudah the Tuesday. Friday, he gets injured. Then I'm waiting for the news. I'm like, please don't tell. Please. Please tell me he's going to be good. Sure enough, the news came out the following day.
I was working, and then I heard about it. I just heard. And then I go in the chat, our chat, and you said he broke his ankle. My heart dropped. I was like, what the F? Like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, I hope he didn't break it. But it's not broken, so great.
Covering Frank Darby.
Yeah. So,
Frank the Tank.
Frank it.
Big Low Country Sports, put the one in the chat. Big Low Country getting naked for Bijan. Lisa Shepard's in the chat. Got the ones up. Here comes the ones for Bijan. Here they come.
All the ones.
Here they come.
Line them up.
Atlanta supporter. Here it comes. I'm rocking with Bijan and Tyler One for both of them. Don't forget about CP.
Deadly duo or deadly trio. There you go.
Falcon fans, did you watch the NFL Network report the other day? I think it was yesterday with LT. LT talked about his top 3 rushing attacks going forward this season. Not one man. The entire offensive line and running back room. The man said number 3 was the 49ers, number 2 was the Falcons, number 1 was the Bears. Tough to put the Bears at number. I know, right?
What the fuck does the Bears have?
It makes you feel too like heavy on the shit. Like, yeah, Justin Fields gonna
Fields. That's the only reason. Who are they running back? Who's they running back?
They got Foreman. They got Foreman from Carolina. Tough.
Ew.
Our defense wasn't the greatest last year, but he did run amok on our ass a couple games. I ain't gonna lie.
He did. He ran us over. But that's beside the goddamn point. Only because they got a Russian running quarterback and a damn Foreman.
I'm glad a running back like LT can notice some of the positives that we have on this team while other former players are seeing the negatives. LT knows running backs. LT knows as a running back offensive lines. And he knows how good a rushing attack is because he played on a team that had a very good rushing attack with the years that he was there. And for him to look around the league and say that the Atlanta Falcons is number 2 on his list, I'm all for it, LT. I'm all for it. But the Bears one, I'm kind of shaky on. I'm like, well, that's just weird.
They have nothing. I don't care. They have Fields. That's it. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. It pissed me off.
Going down in a major way. When can I get them away tickets? Them away game tickets? If you're part of the Rise Up tour, we have some information we'll be dropping in there about Falcon fans sitting together at away games. But I usually wait until the day before the game. That's why I usually get them. Super cheap too. William Amy, is raining in the Atlanta area? Yeah, man, it's storming down here, bro. Storming bad.
Norman.
So hopefully we can get through this show without having no cuts. Philip Crawford's also in the chat. He said, I see Matt Ryan too making cameos. Bodie, let's get straight to it. Chat's going crazy. Training camp was amazing this past week. I was out there. DeMario, Eric, a couple other Falcon fans. Shout out to them. We see 2 kids on the field. Over there near the coaches by the huddle. I see one wearing a number 2 jersey, another one wearing a number 2 jersey. Light bulb. It's the Cubes.
Yeah.
It's got to be. Same time that happens, I believe Eric Parker next to me says, is that Matt Ryan out there? Look over. It's goddamn Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
You heard the comments earlier this week from Arthur about Matt will be close to the organization once he's fully retired. Days after, he's at camp.
Yeah.
And not only was Matt Ryan there, Matt Schwab was there too.
Matt Schwab.
Bodie, what is the significance of this? What is going on here? I know Falcon fans want to hear Matt might be a QB coach. Some say Matt might be part of the organization. What do you make of all this?
Talking about Matt Schwab, right?
Shit.
Matt Ryan. Ain't no. Nah, I'm here to tell you. Matt Ryan, the greatest quarterback, arguably, in Falcons history, is not. I don't see him being a coach. Personally, I mean, it's just he was so great to us. I mean, I don't see him doing that. I mean, I personally don't. I don't know. It may be different for other people. I can see Matt Schwab being a coach because he was a decent starting quarterback. I would say good, not great starting quarterback in the league. Man slung the ball. Like he slung it. I love Matt Schwab. He will always hold a special place in my heart. But yeah, I don't see Matt Ryan being a coach. There's too much money in Matt Ryan. He can go elsewhere and make, and do some other stuff. But I don't know. I don't know his passion. Maybe he will be a coach, but I can't see it. I like Matt Ryan though. It's not. I can't see it.
We'll get to more of Matt and Ritter, but for me, I don't. In the beginning, I kind of thought of it like, yeah, he'd be a great QB coach here in Atlanta. But then I'm thinking, how much money did he make here in Atlanta? Like Falcon fan, how much money did he make here in Atlanta?
A F ton of money.
And how much money he's about to make at CBS?
Oh, fuck ton.
To not get on the field and coach?
Yeah.
I wouldn't see Matt as a QB coach. It'd be great to have him. But I kind of see him more as an ambassador role for the team.
Yeah. 100%.
I kind of see him more showing up during your practices and during your camps where he can lend a hand without having to grab a football, without having to grab 5-6 guys and bring them over here in the huddle. None of that. I think Matt is a great leader still at his age. I think the NFL has moved on now to the type of quarterback you need to be. Matt's probably waiting for that bat signal at CBS whenever the call is made to go help some team.
Mm-hmm.
But here in Atlanta, and I can see it even when he took a knee over there and he was talking with coach and some of the other people, he looks like he still got it. You can see it you can see that he still has the passion in him. Even when he took the knee, I was sitting over there watching, and I was like, man, he looked like he wanted to be in the huddle right there at that moment. Like you can see the way he was talking to the guys. Like it was like he can still feel like he has the helmet on. He's in the huddle. Plus, he spent so many years at this camp, at this facility. The one thing I will say is he did not come over and talk to us. We called his name like a million times, and everybody was over there looking. He didn't come over. Perfectly fine. But I don't see him as a QB coach. I don't see him as an offensive coordinator for us. I don't see him as a GM for us. Nothing. Otherwise than somebody who can come in and speak to the team every now and then and stay close to the organization where like an ambassador role. And of course, when it comes to CBS and those type of games, Matt's going to speak highly of us because he knows the team. He sees the team. He's also a good friend of ours. Yeah. So this is a good feeling to hear this. Now, Bodie, Matt and Ritter saw them chopping it up a couple times. What can Ritter learn from Matt that fans just don't know?
A hell of a lot, man. I mean, just Matt can teach you how to be a pro. He was a pro for a long time. Has he officially retired?
I don't know. I know he's on the CBS broadcast, but don't forget, like, I think
I don't think he officially retired yet. I think he actually said that I am not officially retired yet. But I think he accepted a job somewhere else. But yes, I think he can just teach Matt. He can teach Ritter how to just be an excellent professional. Give him his little tidbits of what made him successful here. I mean, because he was very successful here. I mean, he didn't win the Super Bowl or 8 Super Bowls, but he was a very highly productive QB. So, I mean, that's somebody's phone number you wish you could have to just call and just say, hey, Matt, I need help with this or whatever. What do I do in this situation? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a nugget to have, especially in this city. He can help him be a quarterback in this city. That is the perfect guy's phone number to have in his phone. So, I mean, it's just the possibilities are endless. Matt Ryan was successful here for the most part.
Ritter, if you want to be a better pocket passing quarterback, I understand, you're a mobile too as well. You can get after it on the run. But Matt was a phenomenal pocket passing quarterback for amount of years.
Yeah, he was.
And whatever he can show you, looks wise, read wise on the field as a quarterback, I mean, it's only good to learn from somebody who has done it for a long time and he's done it at a high level. He's also a former MVP in this league as well.
MVP.
He can give you reads and different options that even most of us can understand because we're fans. Ritter can understand it because he's a quarterback. He's been playing quarterback for years. So him to sit down with Matt Ryan, whatever time they have together, I'm all for it because as a Falcon fan, Matt gave us some great years. Some great throws, some great fourth quarter comebacks. And yes, I mean, it was disappointing for the Super Bowl, but that season that we went there, that was exciting.
That was a magical season.
Truly was. So, Ritter, I'm glad the organization made the call, brought him in for, a camp visit just to see what's going on, hang out with some of the guys, talk to some of the players. I'm sure he was glad to see Grady and Jake Matthews and some of the people he's played with. Also CP2 as well. But it goes also now to the future of the Atlanta Falcons. To know that a quarterback that spent so much time trying to help us win here was standing on the sidelines holding a laminated piece of paper and shorts and a t-shirt watching the possible future franchise quarterback go out there and make throws and do his reads and do his practices and warm-ups. I think Matt only wants the best here for Atlanta. So for any Falcon fan that think, well, we don't need him here, XYZ, Matt truly probably wants to still be somewhere around the organization, but just probably not working for the organization. But he wants to see us win. I think he really does want to see us win. Out of all the teams in the NFL, Matt can probably say he's a Falcon fan for life.
Yeah, Matt is rooted in this city. I think his the acronym for his organization is ATL. Like, he is rooted in this city. He loves this city. He said it even after he left the city. So Matt's going to be around, and he's going to be in the Ring of Honor. He's going to be all of that. probably have his number retired. The man is a legend here in Atlanta. He deserves his respect. Super Bowl ain't his fault. For blaming him for the fucking Super Bowl, it ain't his fault. Okay, that's a whole nother story. But still, Matt Ryan is the guy here. All right. As much as I love Michael Vick, he wasn't ready. He had the chance to be the greatest quarterback in Falcons history, but it just didn't pan out. And his situation is the reason Matt Ryan is now the greatest quarterback in Falcons history. So, love Matt Ryan.
Falcon fans, we're not going back into the past, but tonight we had to talk about just a little bit about what we see with Matt Ryan. Of course, he is not going to lead the way here in Atlanta. It's Desmond Ridder, then it's Taylor Heineke. Whatever the Falcons do after that is what they do after that. But we know, I think Matt knows, that this team is set up to win. And I heard a lot of people there Friday saying, man, I wish Matt was younger with this damn team right here.
Oh, yeah.
Some people, I heard it. Man, if Matt was in his prime, if Matt was in 2016 form and had Bijan and CP and Kyle Pitts, come on.
Be nasty.
Come on.
We had a great. And that's the thing, though. Not just that offense. Matt ain't never had a defense like this.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Some of the dogs they have on that defense for the Falcons this year, I want to say Matt probably had that during D Block's time, but some of the names, the D Block was created through themselves. Like some of the names that the Falcons brought over here this year, like they're just phenomenal talent. Calais Campbell, Jesse Bates, even Jeff Okudah too as well, David Amiata. But like back in D Block times with Sean Witherspoon and Nicholas and William Moore, it wasn't the top candidate prime guys in the NFL, but they made something in the locker room. They made something together with the chemistry, like the Legion of Boom in Seattle. They made something. I think this defense can make something. And we want to see that fun and that interaction again where the players were in the locker room and they're doing the dancing and they're talking shit. You want to know why? Because they were winning.
Yeah.
So that type of atmosphere is getting ready to come back again because you start off against Carolina, you win that game, you're going to go in that locker room, you're going to celebrate, and you know you have another home game against the Packers, which is very winnable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the schedule is in our favor this year, Falcons fans. So
it's all about the coaching, executing, and all about executing on offense and just getting at it on defense. That was that.
Going to some more training camp news here. Jeff Okudah, he did go down with the injury. And it's sad to see because he had some injuries in his career, right? And some Falcon fans know it. Some Falcon fans just don't care. They're like, hey, you brought the guy in. He should be able to play. But some of the injuries he's had in the past hopefully doesn't catch up to him. And hopefully we can get a full season out of Jeff Okudah here because he is a decent cornerback here in the NFL. Now, I'm not saying he's the greatest. I'm saying he's a decent cornerback. And when you match him with A.J. Terrell and this young stud Clark Phillips that's coming up now, D. Alford, Mike Hughes, and Trey Flowers, I mean, you have something here, right, Falcon fans? And it's sad to see that Jeff Okudah went down. And they did cart him off. But to hear the news that he can be back early in the season is good. Maybe before week 5, maybe before London. We don't know just as yet. Coach said early in the season. Doesn't mean he's shut down. But Trey Flowers is a guy who I'm looking at to step up in a major way. You've had this. You're a veteran, my brother. You're a leader too as well, Trey. You've been in those locker rooms
first
before.
round draft pick.
You've been out here before, Trey. That is one to look for. D. Alford. Come on, D.
Next level.
Team Glow. Next level for real. Team Glow. Let's get it. Haven't talked too much about Mike Hughes here on the podcast either, but this is an opportunity when it comes to next man up. I'm liking some of the secondary pieces we had versus last year, Bodie, when it was what?
Cornell Armstrong. And hello, darkness, my old friend.
Shit. That is tough.
That is
tough.
Everybody was getting toasted. We ain't had no pressure. And the DBs had to run around for fucking 8 seconds trying to cover a dude, and the dudes got open. What the hell you want me to do?
Seeing some of the depth So many media outlets have talked about it. Falcon fans have talked about it. Falcons media has talked about it too as well. The depth is looking decent on our team. With some of the names that we have, a lot of these players, a lot of these fans, they know who these
I
players are.
love our depth. I love it.
It makes you feel good to know that we have a player who can come in who has experience in this league. I mean, enough experience, like how Trey Flowers has been in this league, to know that if Kuda's going to be out a couple games and Trey Flowers can step in, I'm comfortable with Flowers and AJ Terrell's pairing. I'm comfortable with that. But if it was a guy who we saw like last year or the year before, where it's like, we got to do something, Terry. We got to do something. I don't see that this year. I see a lot of pieces that Terry then brought in because they know that every player won't be healthy this year. Some players gonna something might happen. I mean, we don't want it to happen, but every team has to look forward to that. They have to say,
impossible.
Hey, every team knows a player could possibly get banged up some way, somehow. And we don't want it to happen here in Atlanta, but Akuda got injured. The next man up type of role. Trey Flowers is the guy that I'm looking at to step in. Bodie, tough for the situation with Akuda, but you're feeling good about the next man up.
Shit, I'm feeling good about
what are you seeing right now
up
with this Akuda stuff, man?
I mean, there's a good opportunity for a first-team All-American Clark Phillips to really show the fuck up. And
he has like 4 picks in training camp right now.
Hey, listen, man. The man, I don't care how tall he is. He out there covering people. Long as you can cover like that man has been covering, I see him getting a chance. I don't give a damn. Like that's the thing about it. Everybody put all these cameras on being perfect height, perfect speed, perfect all this. That man got the skills. And if he was fucking 6'1", he would have won in the first round over Christian Gonzalez. Mm-hmm. He was like, that was a joke. You get that. That's back at you. Anyway, I mean, he would have went in the first round. Okay, like let's be real. But people put all this on about the physical aspect of you, like Ritter. I think Ritter, if he was 6'3", solid built, rocket cannon arm, he would have won in the first round too. But that's why I think we got to steal with him because he is smart. Throughout all of that, he got enough arm power. He got all the smarts. He got enough foot speed. He's actually one of the faster quarterbacks in the league. I mean, it's just deeper than that. So with Clark Phillips, I'm saying he's going to get an opportunity. And he's going to play so well. He's been playing so well in training camp that they're going to have to look at him. He's going to force his fucking way on the field, and he's going to get his PT whichever way he can. Yeah. They said Brett Grimes was too short, and his ass was sitting right over there next to, who was it? D'Angelo Hall or somebody? I don't fucking know. Whoever he played next to. But yeah. So I'm looking at Clark Phillips. I'm looking at all of them. Trey Flowers, Hughes, all of them. But the cream will rise to the top.
Next man up is big for the Falcons in the situation. It was tough when Akuda went down. I'm glad to hear that he will be back early in the season. But you still have to be ready for week 1. Regardless if Akuda is there, if Campbell can't go, if this guy can't go, this guy, whoever, you have to be prepared for week 1. And I, as a Falcon fan, feel like Terry did a great job with this depth, with this roster, to know who is going to make the 53 and who is ready to be on that field against the Panthers. And I'm telling you right now, if it's Trey Flowers, if it's Clark Phillips, if it's D. Alford, if it's Mike Hughes, the entire team will be ready. So that one player who's out, sucks that he can't be there, but that next man up is just going to flow right into the mix.
Oh, yeah.
Because this team is going to be ready. I'm not seeing a team that's coming out there week 1 against the Panthers ready to get slapped. I don't see that. I see this team doing the slapping on offense and defense. It could be me out there playing corner. I don't play corner much. But if I did, I could be out there. I'm just saying.
Much? You look like a corner. Only thing you're doing in the corner is cleaning it. Or you got your nose in it with a dunce hat on. For a comment
Shit.
like that.
Philip Crawford's in the chat. So what's your ceiling and floor for this season? Divisional champ. Well, damn. I do see us winning the division, more than 10 wins. And of course, we're going to the playoffs, probably hosting that home game. And I do think if you're going to host that home game, you got 10 plus wins, you're going to win that first game.
Listen,
and then we'll take it from there.
I'm interjecting. We played 17 games last season. Got on this very here podcast and said we was gonna win all 17 of them motherfuckers, right? I'm going to Super Bowl, winning that bitch. All right, winning. That's my ceiling, dog. I mean, that's it. This should be everybody's ceiling. Should be every fan's ceiling. I'm sorry, don't call me delusional, whatever the hell you want to call me. I don't ever see us losing. I just don't. Am I wrong for that? Y'all tell me in the chat. Am I wrong for that? That's how I feel.
So I know some fans here will say, "Oh, y'all going too far now." Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Why not us? They say why us, but why not?
As a diehard fan, as a Falcon longtime fan, you want to make sure your team's going to win. So you don't want to undershoot it. You want to say, okay, we're going to win the Super Bowl. This is going to be our year. I'm sure there's Jets fans saying it, Bills, Browns. I'm sure there's Texans fans.
I know there's Texans fans saying it.
That they're going to the Super Bowl with CJ Stroud.
Word.
As a Falcon fan, I can believe that this team is good enough on any given Sunday to go beat anybody, especially with this roster.
But last year's roster. The roster last year, we could beat anybody.
With a tougher schedule than what we had this year, too.
This roster is better. We can beat
and you
anybody.
saw the margin of losses that we had, too, as well. Look at the scores. We could have won most of those games, too, as well, that we lost. And now this roster is much better. So I am going to say we're going to win the division. We're going to get 10-plus wins. We're going to host that playoff game. We're going to move from there. And if you're that far, you're only like 2 or 3 games away, Bodie, if you're that far.
Yeah.
If you're all the way at week 17, you're getting 18, you're getting up there, shit, you might as well go ahead and say Super Bowl. So, Falcon fans, if you believe that you're going to win the division, if you believe you're going to have 10-plus wins, if you believe that you're going to host a home game, you should believe that the team can make the Super Bowl. Hell, you're already in the playoffs in your mind already.
Okay, well, you want me to be, like he said, there's a floor. Floor minimum, we're winning. I mean, we're definitely making playoffs minimum. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's be real with that. NFC South champions. Because all those other teams are poo. They're effing poo, bro. They're poo. I'm not even just hating. I'm being a logical fan here. I'm not being delusional. I mean, the Saints, they're poo. We took all their players on defense. They got a washed up quarterback that another team didn't want because they couldn't win with them. They're poo. Their coach is ass. Dennis Allen, he sucks. Okay, I'm here to tell you. I'm gonna keep it real. Dennis Allen was a head coach somewhere else. Got fucking fired, and now he's here, out there, wherever in the Swamp City. He sucks. The Bucks, yeah, they're gonna feel this Brady hangover. Like they're gonna be fucked this year. It's over for them. I'm sorry. They have not. Who they got? Mayfield? No, stop it. And we're gonna see week 1 when we face the Panthers. We're gonna squish that little bug.
Chiefs fan told me, Bodie, agree or disagree. He said, right now in the NFC, this is what he said to me. Okay. Outside of Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, there should be no team you guys should be scared about in that NFC. Absolutely. Which means you guys should be a playoff team with the improvements that you guys made. This is a Chiefs fan telling me he saw his team get built from nothing to something.
I can't think of nothing. Yeah, what you gonna sell me the 49ers? We beat them last year. Yeah, half the team was hurt, but that's beside the fucking point. We beat them. We got the formula. That's a mental thing in their head. We beat them. What other good team? Cowboys,
Bears.
You saw they fight with each other in their damn camp.
Packers were about to beat
Bears,
them.
Please, the Packers. They just lost their franchise quarterback. They're done. Okay, stop it.
I can see, if you're talking NFC, I can see the Eagles, the Falcons, the Vikings.
Vikings
And I'm
gonna
gonna go
be
with
there.
this. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks
That system
on the 4 that's gonna be going to the playoffs this year
that
from the division.
Pete Carroll system. I think players genuinely like playing with Pete Carroll. I watched their tail of the whatever tape or whatever they call it, tail of the state or whatever. Pete Carroll's just a fun guy. He's about 80 years old, but he's like all this ball of energy. They just like playing with him, and his system just works. So I mean, I respect Pete Carroll. Now, you see how they just got rid of old boy Wilson, and they put in a Geno Smith, which we all thought that was going to fail. Now look at him. He got paid and had a great year, and I think they made the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they're to be reckoned with in our conference for sure.
Mm-hmm.
49ers, they're going to be there. We don't know who the fuck their quarterback's going to be, but they're going to be around because that defense is something. Okay, defense is something.
William Amy, next man up mentality. Falcon fans, I'm glad to know that Trey. I'm sorry, Chef Fukuda will be back. Next man up, like I said, Trey Flowers, D. Alford, Mike Hughes, Clark Phillips, Darren Hall. We'll see. But this week, we're gonna get a little taste of what this Falcons defense and what this Falcons offense can look like. I know it's gonna be a bunch of vanilla pillow plays that they're running out there. Most teams do it, try to cover their playbook. There's gonna be 1 or 2 that they're gonna bring up in there. They're gonna say, "Hey, you know what? This should look good. We can bring this shit back." But your normal plays, everybody knows how to run them. Your I formation, your single back, your shotgun set, everybody runs them. Unless I'm out here creating this alien playbook, which I don't think is going to happen. There's going to be a bunch of vanilla plays out there. But we get a chance to see Ritter for a little bit, Taylor Heineke, Logan Woodside. Get a chance to maybe see CP a little bit. Bijan Robinson. I want to see some of the first team maybe for a series or 2. And then that's it. They are out of the game by the 5-minute mark in the first quarter, or the 6 or 7-minute mark in the first quarter, depending on how the drives go. I don't need to see that first team in their second quarter, third quarter. Not happening.
No, hell no. Depending on the plays, I say 1 drive. If they want to see some other stuff, well, they got other games for that. It's going to be 3 preseason games. They can run formations they want to see in 1 drive. You don't want your players to get hurt, so 1 drive each game. Probably not even play the last game. Who knows? So.
It's going down in a major way. Bodie, as we get ready to wrap up the show here.
Thank you, Black. Thank you, Jay Black.
Jay Black 142 is in the building. Falcon fans, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. You're probably listening from Apple Podcasts. You're probably listening on Spotify. You're probably watching on YouTube.
Who practiced to lose? Who played to lose?
I guarantee you right now, coach is not getting those guys out there practicing, talking about we finna lose against the Panthers. We're going to lose bad.
They're better than us, but just play as hard as you can. Get the fuck out of here. We're not doing that.
Pamela Johnson's always on point. We are running the table in our division, home field advantage in the Benz, and Super Bowl in Vegas. Already told kid, get my Vegas birthday. Ooh-wee. Not the Vegas birthday trip ready.
Pamela Johnson, I can't wait to give you a big old hug at the game. I can't wait to give you a big old hug.
Smitty's Sports Machines in the building. He said, Super Bowl is everybody's goal. But we still have holes and deficiencies, so it's not realistic to go 17-0. And he doubled up with the emojis. He said, ha, motherfucker. Double up.
Yeah. They didn't think we was going to the Super Bowl in 2016 either. So
Smitty's on 11-6. William Amy's on 13-3. Pamela Johnson's on 16-1. Majority of the fans, I'd say about 98% of the fans that's been in this chat have been over 10 wins, Bodie. And has anybody said less than 10 wins in this chat?
We're not going under 10 wins. We're winning 10 games at least. Okay. I'll say that. All right. We're winning 10 games. There was no reason for us not to. Especially after winning 7 last 2 years. We're winning 10.
Smitty's Sports Machines in the chat. I wouldn't even be scared of Philly. The blueprint out on them now. Matter of fact, I got to play an Eagles fan in Madden coming up too. Buzz his head.
Well, I'll tell you, they're not getting 70 sacks or whatever the fuck they got last time this year. And they lost a couple pieces, but I ain't gonna lie, they still got Jalen. Oh boy, and they got some pieces there. They gonna be pressuring. They not gonna change.
Bub Gump,
They gonna
11
be
and
a
6,
threat.
but 13, 14 wins is attainable. Bodie,
Very
are you
much.
predicting now soon? I mean, you want to wait till the season start? I know we're going to say they're going to win every game, but
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait, and I give a reasonable prediction, like Sir Smitty says.
shot to
Shout out
ruin the
Smitty,
chat.
man. I love Smitty.
Smitty, sports machine, diehard Falcon fan, content creator. Check him out on his channel too as well.
Love Smitty.
Is in the chat. See the ceiling, 13 and 4. The floor, 8 and 9. His prediction, 11 and 6. I got a diehard fan here in the chat. Shout out to Rule.
There you go. I like it.
Falcon fans, wherever you're checking in from, any Falcons groups, Twitter, YouTube, wherever, Google, however, wherever you're checking in from, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Let's get to 500 subscribers together. Most of y'all in this chat knows Jeff Wolf been here too as well. Ever since he was standing at training camp last year at 2 a.m, waiting for the gates to open. We have been trying to do our best to bring as much positive content here for the Falcons fan base. We do a lot when it comes to showing up to the home games, showing up to the away games, making noise, doing everything we can to show the Falcons organization that we are some diehard Atlanta Falcons fans. Most of y'all in the chat here are diehard Atlanta Falcons fans. You guys want to see the team win? We want to see the team win. If you're listening at home right now, you know you want to see the team win. That's why you watch the Falcons. That's why you put on your jersey, you put on your hat, you put on your shirt. Bodie, you put on your socks and your what's them things called? You put on your wrist when you go on your motorcycle ride out there in the country. But for Falcon fans, you know you want to see this team win. So rise up with us this season. Hit that like button, hit that share button, and hit that subscribe button. Of course, we'll be back on Wednesday with a big show. Special guest, TDP Mojo is going to be with us. Diehard Falcon fan. Talked to him at training camp. He's going to join us on the podcast to tell us what he thinks about the Atlanta Falcons. Bodie, you talked about Clark Phillips, the All-American. You've mentioned Bijan too as well this offseason. But for training camp, what 3 players on both sides of the ball are you looking forward to seeing this week against the Dolphins?
Training camp. I mean, let's see. I want to see some Clark Phillips in game. I want to see him dominate them second, third, fourth, whatever hell. I want to see him just be look like a superstar out there, which I know he's fully capable of being. I want to see even flashes of Bijan, even in his one drive he's gonna get on Friday. Like, just break off a little run. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe at least
that'll get you just
3 snaps, Bijan. 3 snaps.
Yeah. And I want to see him catch a ball on somebody and just, I don't know. Of course, it's going to be the rookies. I want to see them. And I just want to see collectively, I'm going to cheat on the third one. I just want to see a pass rush. I want to see that pocket collapsing. I want to see the backups because we got backups who are capable pass rushers. I want to see them collapse in the pocket. I want to see Zach Harrison. Shit.
Got that picture.
I want to see him. I want to see him moving people like he was doing in training camp. I want to see that. I can't wait for that guy to develop. I think they're so excited to have him. I am as well on this team. I mean, the man was a 5-star recruit, and he didn't become a big boat like a Bosa over there at the Ohio State or whatever. But the man is going to be a better pro than he was a college player because we got the guru. Ryan Nielsen got the juice. He gonna make him. He gonna fix him up. He gonna get him right because he know how to coach D linemen. So yeah, there you
Falcon
go.
fans, we are getting ready for Falcons Dolphins. Once again, we have another broadcast Wednesday at 8:00. Special guest TDP Mojo will be with us talking Falcons football. I'm sure he's hyped about the game coming up this week.
Joint practice. That JJ Ayers.
JJ Ayers is also on point too as well in the chat. The offense will be solely responsible for 9 wins. The defense will seal the deal on 5 games. 14-3 going for JJ Ayers. Die-hard Atlanta Falcons fan. I'm guessing he's probably a season ticket holder too as well. We have a lot of season ticket holders in the chat. But this week is going down in a major way. Joint practice with the Falcons. Dolphins down to Miami, then the game on Friday. But Falcon fans, for me, Clark Phillips is a guy I want to see get in the game that Friday. I have to see some Clark Phillips footage.
Mm-hmm.
Bodie, you hit it on the nose with Zach Harrison again. I want to see this power from Zach Harrison against possibly maybe the second team. And if you can get him in early, maybe against some first team for the Dolphins too as well. Because if Zach Harrison's on that 53, he's out there against Carolina. He's out there against Packers. He's out there against the Lions. Get him in there early and let's see what he got against some of the guys who seems to be first team rep guys for the Dolphins too as well. Let's see what he has there. You never know what can happen. Clark Phillips, I want to see some of him too as well. And of course, I got to see my boy D-Boy. I got to see my boy D'Angelo Malone, man. I got to see some D'Angelo Malone this week. University of Western Kentucky. We had the, who was that? Red Hilltop, our special guest that we had that time, talked so highly of D'Angelo Malone, Atlanta kid, holds the record at Western Kentucky for sacks, I believe, too, as well. I want to see him go off. I know it's preseason, but this will get these players mental feeling good if they can get out there and get 2 or 3 sacks, 2 or 3 picks.
We're probably forgetting the most important pass rusher on this team right now. It's probably AK.
Which I'm sure AK, with the way that this depth is looking, Bodie, I see AK getting enough reps this week too as well. I mean, he should be at least out there maybe in the second quarter.
I just want to see him fall on a quarterback.
Shit.
That's all I want to see. I want to see him fall on several quarterbacks this year. I want to see him go. He got the potential to go over double digits. I think Ryan Nielsen's in love with AK. I do. He got it. That's the doctor of pass rush.
You have, for me, D'Angelo Malone on the defensive side, Clark Phillips on the defensive side, Zach Harrison on the defensive side. On the offensive side of the ball, for me, I want to see a flash of Bijan, but I know some fans like, no, sit him out. It's perfectly fine if you do a fake handoff to Bijan. That's cool. I just want to see him out there.
Yeah, I want to see him get reps.
If we're going to some players that need to eat out there, I want to see my boy Hodge. I'm Team Hodge. For those of y'all that see me at camp, y'all know I'm Team Hodge. I want to see my boy Frank the Tank. It's that time, Frank. It's that time. Get out there, make it happen. Frank the Tank, Cordero Hodge, and I'm gonna have to go with Bodie. This might surprise you, Carlos Washington.
Okay.
The running back.
Okay.
He had some decent runs at camp when I was out there the past couple of days, and Falcons are short of running back. It's an opportunity. They did sign one recently. I can't pronounce his name, but I don't think he's making the 53. But Carlos Washington has some decent cuts. Avery Williams, you know the situation with him. Caleb Huntley, you know the situation with him. So, hey, Falcon fans, it's an opportunity for this young man, Carlos Washington.
Yeah,
so let's see what he has this week.
Yeah, it was an opportunity, but, we're so deep. CP is a hybrid. And he ran the ball so good for us the past 2 years. He's going to be out there. And our top 2 headhunters, that they're going to be out there. It does seem a little crowded, and the numbers seem against him. But I like what I've seen with him, and I think he can stick around. So we'll see.
If not, maybe this is your Caleb Huntley.
Maybe.
It's possible because if Avery Williams was your special teams punt return, kick return guy, and now you folded 3 or 4 guys into the mix to take that role, how tight was Avery Williams' job on this team too, if he was going to be here? How tight would that have? I don't know. Could he have made it 53 too?
You made it
straight. You got D. Alford, Mike Hughes, and even Bijan was back there fielding the other day.
Yeah.
Josh Ali, Penny Hart. I'm just saying, Falcon fans, there's a couple players you really have to watch for. Carlos Washington, outside of Bijan, CP, and Tyler, who's your 4? I'm looking at Washington to say, hey, if you do what you did at training camp in these next 3 games, You might have yourself a jersey, son.
That's the thing, though. We're so stacked. We're stacked at running back. I like Fitzpatrick at tight end, but we're stacked at tight end.
Stacked there too. The
I
Franks
mean,
move has me worried for Fitzpatrick.
have you worried?
Yeah, because of Pruitt being there, Jonnu being there, Hesse. I think they're going to keep Parker, and of course Pitts there too as well.
Yeah, I think Hesse's the best blocker. So that's you keep a guy like that around. And yeah, I mean Fitzpatrick, he got to earn it. He got to earn it. It's gonna be an uphill battle, but that's the thing, though. I want to see these guys fight because I want to see the best out there. So, and then you look at the receivers. Like I said, we got a lot of receivers, and they might not necessarily have wide receiver by their name, but we have receivers. Okay, so don't fret just because we don't have a big name number 2, a big name number 3 like most teams. This ain't even 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. Having 2 big name receivers, we're not gonna have Randy Moss and Chris Carter. It's just not going to be that. Okay, we got some motherfuckers though. Like we got Kyle Pitts to catch the ball. We didn't get that motherfucker to block. So think about that.
Some Falcon fans might forget this too as well. Kyle was with Matt his first year.
Yep.
He was then with Mariota his second year. Now he's with Ritter. He did the cough too as well. Yeah. Now he's with Ritter. Let's see the chemistry between Kyle. Not saying you have to play Pitts on Friday, but I want to see some chemistry this season between Ritter and Kyle Pitts because there's a lot of weapons for Ritter to get it to.
Yeah.
From what I've seen in some of the plays that they were running in camp, you get Bijan Robinson 1v1 against anybody. And yes, he was catching on cornerbacks too the other day.
He was, yeah. But your linebacker is over.
1v1 versus anybody.
Over.
What I'm gonna say.
I can't wait to line up versus freaking linebackers. He is fucking them up, bro. It's a wrap. He made Anderson look like a cat on the string that had
multiple times, and that's going to be a decision for Anderson now to go back into the facility and say, "I got to get better."
Yeah, there's a lot to learn from that.
Toasting my 4.42.
Yeah, that's the thing. You make these mistakes to learn and know what to do.
Yeah,
in the future. He needed to get his ankles broken them 3 times or whatever the hell it was. He needed to, but now he know. Set himself up in a better position to not get toasted like that because he is too fast for that.
Vincent Cokley's in the chat. Shout out to Vincent Cokley. Said, "I hate that we let D-Hop go to TN." Who? D-Hop?
You know what? I like D-Hop, but if he didn't want $1 billion for $1 billion, he would be here. That's the fact. But,
Tennessee needs a target guy. D-Hop is their target guy.
They needed that, and D-Hop went for the money. He went for the money.
Bodie, but you know this. Look at your offense. Drake London is a 125-plus target guy. Mm-hmm. You're going to try to get the ball to Kyle Pitts about 125-plus times, too. And don't forget about Bijan. Oh, wait a minute. CP's there, too. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Y'all heard about Mac Hollins? He might eat a 50 to 75 reception this year, too.
Yeah, so if he thought he was going to come here and get over 100 targets, it'd be rough.
Hop comes here, it's automatically 200 targets. Automatically, your offense changed to get Hop the ball, and then we'll work around it.
But you don't want to be in a position like that. We've got a lot of young guys, and they're just young and humble and ready to eat and win by any means necessary. We're going to spread that ball out. It's going to be a new Falcons offense that we haven't seen. I mean, we still gonna run the piss out the ball, but we're gonna spread that thing out.
We need someone to stretch the field. You got somebody to stretch the field. His name is Kyle Pitts.
It's so bad.
Because when you're lining up, and if you want to get outside of Kyle Pitts, let's go to an X factor who you don't think is an X factor. Scotty Miller. You're gonna leave players that you're unexpecting to catch the ball 30, 40 yards downfield. I mean, look at last year. We were running routes that OZ was damn near open sometimes.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name? Bird was open a few times downfield. Mariota just couldn't make the throw. Look at the Seattle game with Pitts when you started off the first damn play. Whoop.
Yeah.
You're going to get those plays. Let's get into the mindset of Carolina's defense. Let's get into the mindset of Green Bay's defense when they can't cover. You hear what Coach said? The mismatches?
Mm-hmm.
You got a bunch of mismatches on your team. You got Bijan. I just said Bijan one-on-one versus anybody. And if you zone him, you're really in trouble. Now you got to cover space.
Y'all forget,
really in trouble.
Y'all forget CP is a receiver.
CP. It's a mismatch type of league if you have CP, Drake London in motion, Bijan in the backfield, Kyle Pitts over here. It's going to be a mismatch somewhere on the field. And if the Falcons play calling does it correctly, you sometimes don't even need somebody to stretch the field because the players are going to work in the way that they're going to come together. You can get 3 yards here. Run the ball, first down, 4 yards here. Run the ball, first down, 5 yards here. You don't have to throw for 60-yard bombs down the field. We don't need a Pat Mahomes type arm.
But you can have your plays where you designed it for Scotty Miller to get his ass up down that field and get open. You can have your plays to whereas you can design it for Kyle Pitts to be on the linebacker and dust his ass off. Like it's ways. We got stretchers. We got field stretchers. We got the CP. CP is fast. Y'all can see him last year. He was separated. When he got running down, he was separating. And CP, one of the older players on the team.
Die-hard Atlanta
Falcons. He take care of his body. So
Vincent Coakley, I'm glad you're bringing this up.
But play calling. Absolutely. That's all I'm saying. It's all about the play calling because we got the talent.
Look at what's going to happen out here. From Coakley to all the other fans too as well, diehard Falcon fans, they just want a little idea of how this offense can run. Teams number 1 and number 2 may be targeted on Drake London and Kyle Pitts. Those are their best 2 corners on the field.
Yeah.
Their 3, 4, and 5 are guys that's like, on Madden. What are they, Bodie? Your 71s? Your 68s?
Yeah.
Those are the guys that you're matching up against Bijan and Mac Hollins and CP and Jonnu Smith.
Think about that.
Think about some of these. You're going to have teams like the Texans or the Packers saying, pull Jair Alexander and put him on Bijan. Goddamn, this kid has 10 catches already.
Yeah.
So then who goes to Drake?
So
who goes to Pitts? It's so much activity in that backfield. I'm smiling saying this shit because I know what Coach got. You didn't have this with OZ. You didn't have this with OZ. You didn't have this with Bird. You didn't have this.
They're not going to be able to put a corner on Bijan. They're just not all the time. No, they're just not. It's just not going to be able
I'm ready for a team like the Saints to put Lattimore on a Bijan on a 4 wide receiver set. Good luck. Cool. Good luck.
You can put Lattimore on them. That'd be dumb, but they can do that.
You can't, JJ. Tell them you can't double Pitts this year. You messing up bad if you cover and Pitts. If you double Pitts this year, you better be ghost disguising your coverage so hard. I'm talking about Desmond Ridder. If you can't notice what's getting ready to happen out here, no team is going to be able to double Drake, double Pitts, double Bijan. It's not happening. Teams are going to have to either find the greatest zone in the world, the greatest zone defense to stop the Falcons from their short and intermediate routes, or they're going to have to stack the box against the run, which you have 3 running backs that can get you a first down automatically. I keep saying it. Bijan averaged 5 to 6 on the ground in Texas.
Yeah.
Tyler was averaging 4 to 5 last year, and CP's doing 3 to 4.
Yeah.
And LT just talked about the best rushing attacks in the league this year and has us at number 2. Not to mention what Desmond Ridder's going to do in the air with Drake London and Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts ain't running the ball. Drake London ain't running the ball. So how they gonna eat?
And then if you think about it, they should be dumping it off to Bijan a lot. That's what they should be doing. I'm not the coach.
Your flats. Somebody showed a video today where Mariota went deep to, I think it was Drake London or Kyle Pitts on the play when Tyler Algier was like, "Hey, give me the ball. I'm right here."
Yeah.
And Mariota's
Mariota's mind. His mind, he was not.
But you're watching the play thinking, and the
he's not
person
looking
captioned the
for
play and said, Tyler Algier is gone. Tyler Algier is probably still running if Mariota just checks it down. Nobody was near Tyler. What did Mariota do? Over
Mariota, he's not that type of quarterback. Okay. You see, he's a one, he looks at one read. If that read ain't there, he's damn near taking off. Like he's that type of quarterback. I think that Ritter's smart. I think he's gonna check it down. I really believe, I hope that Bijan has close to 100 catches this year. Or I really do. He needs to. He's capable.
Bijan 100 catches. I can see that. I can see Bijan come away with 10
close
plus
to
reception games. I can so see Bijan come away with 10 plus reception
Think
games.
about it. And that's what kills me. And
easy.
I don't want to sit here and say, but that game plan is something. You see a guy like Austin Eckler. He had 100 catches last year.
Talk to him about Austin Eckler, Josh Jacobs.
Almost 1,000 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dudes had dudes catching the ball. A damn running back 100 catches. Mm-hmm. And they had two receivers. They had freaking Allen and Williams.
Mike Williams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chargers offense. I'm going to say the Chargers offense may be a little bit similar to what the Falcons have with some of their weapons too as well. I know they'll have a veteran like Keenan Allen, but you have a great receiver in Drake London who probably has
Keenan
the mindset
Allen
of Keenan Allen.
Drake London is our Keenan Allen.
That's true. Austin Eckler, I think we have the better advantage of with Bijan because of the hype around him coming from, the Texas and what he's done in college. But Eckler is still a good running back. But that Chargers offense, I like how, Justin Herbert was a top pick, but that Chargers offense, they're decent. But this Falcons
it was play calling for them.
It was play calling
because they got deeper. We're deeper in talent. But their play calling was smart. They fucking threw it to Eckler. They didn't have what they wanted out here. Check down, check down, check down, check down.
One reason why I like when Bubba Gump is here or when some of these fans are here in the chat to help us out too as well when we're getting on our rants and Buddy, we said we're going to stop this 20 minutes ago and we're ranting about how good this offense is. We're so hyped.
Bro. I watch football, bro.
I'm so hyped for this team. Bubba Gump.
I watch it. I don't just know about these Falcons. I have to scout these other motherfuckers.
We talked about Drake. We talked about Pitts. We talked about CP. We talked about Bijan. Look at Bubba Gump now. You still got 1,000-yard Tyler.
Yeah.
You still got Mac Attack, who has been lighting it up at camp. Oh, my God. Matt caught a pass on AJ Terrell the other day. Woo-wee! Boy, where you been?
Boy, I'm telling you. I told you.
Knowing that it was camp, no fault to AJ, but Matt caught that jump like, thank you. Like he was floating, bro. Like the cloud just brought him down to the ground. Like, here you go.
And that's the thing. Folks don't know who Matt Hollins is. They're like, Matt Hollins? That sounds like a true number player. 2. But listen, the guy had about 700 yards last year and a fair amount of touchdowns. Okay? He did. He is worthy of number 2. That's number 2 numbers. So, Matt Hollins, and he looked like a fucking linebacker catching the ball. So think about that.
He's a big dude. I swear, I don't know if it's the
people
say it's the hair, but no, I think just size wise, he's bigger than Drake.
No,
if you see him 6'3", at least 6'3", 6'4",
ripped.
Yeah,
he's snatching that thing out the air.
The catches that he's making in camp, the cutbacks, quick inside slant routes he's made, even that deep ball that Ritter threw the other day with him over AJ, it was just a one-on-one coverage down the sideline. Ritter threw it high enough that where only your Mac Hollins or your Drake Londons or your Kyle Pitts or your Kelce's would catch that.
Yes.
Wait, did I just throw Mac Hollins into that equation? Oh, shit, that was tough. Kelsey probably sitting over there like, who? What? What the fuck are you talking about?
Mac Hollins capable. And I love drafting. I love drafting the big receivers. I do.
Yeah.
I love it.
Now you look at the Drake London pick, you look at the Kyle Pitts pick, you look at the Bijan pick, and you say, oh, I see what the Falcons were doing all along. Next year, I'm going to go right now. There's 2 players. If Desmond Ritter if they don't go quarterback, if something doesn't happen, they don't go quarterback, I see 2 players the Falcons are going to draft next year. It's going to be a wide receiver 2, if Mac Hollins doesn't say, or you're going to go get your defensive player. It's going to be some monster somewhere, either in the secondary, linebacker, or defensive end somewhere. But I see them going that route. I wouldn't say tight end. I wouldn't say running back. Wouldn't say
no.
A couple positions I can cut out. But Falcon fans, we are lit. This is your days before the game, pre-game talk, I guess you can say.
They're gonna know about John.
Another show Wednesday.
Yeah,
it's going down. Vincent Coakley, I like John. They don't talk about him much though. He's a sleeper.
They don't talk. We got weapons.
He's a sleeper.
We got weapons.
They drafted that wide receiver 2 next April. Rua, I think we're kind of in that same boat the way you're setting up your team. To draft a wide receiver 2 in the first round, though, that's where I'm kind of like,
that's the thing. If you do that, that just shows how stacked your team is. It just shows how complete your team is, how almost complete your team is. You just need a wide receiver 2 to really top it off. You know how the past 3 years we drafted offense in the first round. You know why? Because we was up there. We got the most explosive offensive player in each of these drafts. So I think we'll get a speedster. I think it'll be a more faster speedster wide receiver 2 in the next draft.
Bodie, LT, and we'll get to this last bit. LT talked about this in the rushing attacks when he was talking about NFL Network. The first clip they showed was Bijan. Mm-hmm. This is the team that just had a 1,000-yard rusher with Tyler. That had an offensive line running the ball was top 5 in the league. Mm-hmm. And the first clip they showed Bijan, Bodie, was Bijan Robinson. And LT talked about it. LT put us at 2 with a guy who didn't even touch the field yet. Mm. Come on, man. Bodie, final thoughts for tonight, man. What you got, brother?
It's just I'm excited, man. I'm excited. It's gonna be a different season than we're used to. I humbly, truly think that our defense is gonna be the greatest we've seen in as many years as I've been watching Atlanta Falcons football. I think that our offense is as explosive as any fucking offense that's out there. I'm excited. I can tell. You put the F-bomb counter at the bottom of the screen, I'll probably drop a lot of them.
Shit.
That's how excited I am. I'm very excited. It's just so much. I'm excited to the play calling. That's probably most thing I'm excited to see is the play calling. I already know Ryan Nielsen is creative. He's going to be creative. That's something we ain't never used to. He's going to have his I've seen the plays where they have a dude setting the pick for the other dude come rush and get the sack. I done seen them. That's some creative shit. I done seen it. I hope the offense get creative too. So that's what I'm really looking forward to is that offense being very creative with all this talent we have. So I'm excited, man.
Michael Nellums, diehard Falcon fan. If Bergeron can come in and play at the level that Wilkinson played, this line will be top 3, and the running game will be even more potent. Wilkinson was a fill-in spot, 1-year deal. He did get injured midway through the season. He did come in and play well enough to make this offensive line what it was. And then this year, you added Matt Bergeron now, who can come in here and help that spot out. Matt Hennessy, who's also played that position before. Anybody who can step up in this role, and we're going to see that Friday too as well. Look for the offensive line with Bergeron and Hennessy. You know Matthews is there. You know Domin is there. You know Lindstrom and McGarry is there. Look at Hennessy and Bergeron. Who's going to win that spot? We'll talk more about it on Wednesday with our special guest, TDP Mojo. Kevin Solomon's here in the chat. He said, Marvin Harrison Jr. gets my vote next year. Bodie, that's my vote too as well if you're going wide receiver. But if we're going deep into the playoffs, and if Terry ain't cooking up no trades to move up, Marvin Harrison probably the first wide receiver off that board next draft. Am I right?
Early.
Really early. I'm talking top 5.
Marvin Harrison Jr. gonna end up catching balls from damn CJ Stroud again, probably.
It's looking like Marvin Harrison Jr. is gonna be ended up in the Texan uniform next year, or he's gonna play with the Cardinals. But there's a lot of talent out here in the college football ranks, and I'm sure the Falcons, with the way they've been cooking through the draft, remember that best player available. We'll talk about that when the draft comes around next year, because we got to get through this season first, and then we got to get to the Super Bowl, and then we'll talk about everything else. Falcon fans, is going great. having you all here on the channel. Bodie, remember I told you to don't let me forget to ask this question before we get up out of here.
I'm so excited, man. This is so much.
Since the Falcons are playing this week, I have to ask for all you Falcon fans, who all got their tickets? All you season ticket holders, rise up. All you season ticket holders, shout out to you all. If you have your tickets, rise up. How many games are you going to this year? 5? 10? All of them? You know, Rise Up Tour, One Time for the Fan, will be at every game this year. So if you're not planning on going to a game, plan on it. Get your money up, get your family together, get everything you need to get to say, hey, look, I want to go to this game this year. I want to see my Dirty Birds play. I'm telling you now, the ticket prices you see now when the Falcons start winning are not going to be the same. So if you were complaining before about the $12 tickets when the Falcons were losing and you didn't want to buy them, don't complain now when they're going to be $200 tickets in that same area because the Falcons are winning. But yes, Falcon fans, check your phones, check your apps. The tickets are there. So all you season ticket holders, you PSL holders, shout out to you. We got a long season ahead. And if you're going on the road this season, the Rise Up Tour is doing everything we can to make sure all you Falcon fans have a great time. Detroit is locked. London is locked. Who else? Bus trip to Nashville. Bus trip to Tampa. We still have some room available on the buses. So if you want to get on the bus, get on the bus. Come on, Bodie, do the beat. Get on the bus. Play the cymbals. Play the cymbals and the guitar at the same time. Get on the bus. Come on. Get on the bus.
Is this the 80s? Like, what are we
God
doing?
damn, Bodie, you're supposed to be a part of this. Get on point. So we got a road trip to Nashville. Road trip to bus trip to Nashville, bus trip to Tampa. We have the host hotels in Detroit. We have the host hotels in Arizona, New York, Tampa. We're doing it big here with the Rise Up Tour. We have the meet and greets, the parties, everything set up too as well. If you want to be a member, reach out to me. I'll post the information. If you want to be a paid member, reach out to me as well. I'll give you that information. But Falcon fans, it's going to be a big season. It's going to be a great season. I hope to see everybody either at the home games or the away games. I'm already packed for London. I'm already packed for Detroit. I'm already packed for all these games. But you know me, Bodie. Whenever I see the Falcons getting ready to play, got to grab my bags, man. I got to go.
Oh, I know.
I got to go.
Anybody know? I know.
It's going down in a major way. Last couple comments for the night here, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap it on up. Auntie Pam's in the chat. She said, new organization, new team, new regime.
Yeah, new year, new season.
New year. Let's get it. Vincent Coakley. He said, AZ, Detroit, Jets, Chicago, Nashville, NFC away, all dubs.
Yes. Yeah.
Arizona, I've been to. Detroit, first time this year, so that's off my bucket list. Jets, first time this year, that's off my bucket list. Chicago, I've been to. Nashville, I've been to. And they're all great cities too as well. So definitely get a chance to head on out there. And of course, Tennessee, look out for the information. One Time for the Fan, Rise Up Tour, Bigelow Country Sports, the Falconator. That's a good one. Heard that one before. The Falconator. Supposed to be hosting something in Tennessee. So Falcon fans heading up to Tennessee, get ready to rock out with the crew. 3 Dirty. What are your expectations of a number 2 wide receiver? And why is it being said we don't have one? We have Mac. The way the targets could be looking, Bodie, you mentioned it, could be Pitts. Coach also talked about it. Fans, if you want to put whoever is wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, RB1, RB2, Coach said go right ahead. They have weapons.
I drop out. Exactly. We have weapons.
They have weapons.
All those players on offense are weapons. I dropped the label off of whatever's in front of their name. I dropped that off. They're all weapons. All receivers. That we just have weapons. So
diehard Falcon fan Lisa Shepard from Blogging Dirty. She said, oh yeah, tickets loaded. Shout out to Lisa Shepard. She was also at the Atlantic Station the other night with Jamal Anderson, Dirty Bird. I think Ray Buchanan was down there too as well. Former Falcon legends were down there too as well. Lisa Shepard is everywhere. So anytime you see a picture with the Falcons, always look around. You might see Lisa Shepard in it.
He definitely will. Shout out Lisa.
Shout out to Lisa Shepard. We gotta get Lisa back on the podcast too as well. William Amory said, "I'm going to 3 games. Only 3? What? You still got so many games left."
Oh my.
Jeff Wolf said, "As of right now, I'll be at 14 games." Hello? Yes? Jeff Wolf's boss? Yes? Did he take off work? He didn't? Okay. He's on the podcast right now saying 14 games. Uh-huh. You want to talk to him? Jeff, call your boss. Vincent Coakley. Somebody back there laughing. Vincent Coakley. Road game's going to be lit. You already know when it comes to the road games. First of all, I already said this before, but when you're at a road game, there's going to be a dude about 6'4", about, I don't know, let's say, 210. Look like a linebacker. He holding a big giant flag that say Falcons versus all y'all. He blocking up about 4 rows with the flag. People behind him like, "Can you put the flag down?" Like, "No, I'm not." That's Vincent Coakley.
You stand your ass up.
That's Vincent Coakley. I done been at games where I done said, "Vince, you got security. Security's coming down. Security. Look behind you." That flag blocking up about 3 rows. He disrespectful on the road, but he's a diehard Falcon fan.
Hey man, shout out, man. Need more fans
going
like
down
him
in a major way. Yeah, they're gonna be close to 500 if we win it. Diehard Falcon fan William Amy, Pamela Johnson getting ready to wrap it up here. Season ticket: Detroit, London, Tampa Bay, Tennessee, Arizona, New Orleans, and maybe New York. Pamela Johnson is packed. She's ready to go.
Hey, I know I'm gonna see her several times this year.
Falcon Commander's been in the chat. He said all home games, preseason and home regular season, road games to be announced. Go ATL Falcons. Rise up, Dirty Birds. He's throwing emojis around with the trophy. He got me doing the Drake London dance. Drake London was doing that the other day. I don't know if that's going to be the touchdown signature, but he was doing the.
I didn't know. Was he doing the hokey pokey?
I told him to do like this. Do that one too. The one that he did in LA when he scored last year. Shit was funny as hell. Diehard Falcon fan Sonia Norwood said, "I'm going to as many as possible. 4 for sure." Diehard Falcon fan. DBN is in the building. Rise Up Tour is in the building. Lisa Shepard's in the building. Block and Dirty. All home games plus Detroit, London, Tennessee, and Stinky Town. Look at all these Falcon fans saying they go. Look at all these Falcon fans. Leave them Debbie Downers home. Lyrics mom says.
Thank you. Please.
Jeff Wolf said he just talked to the boss. Already approved.
Say no more.
It's going down in a major way. I know Bodie will be at some home games this year. I know Bodie will be on the road this year. One time for the fan, Rise Up Tour. Anybody who wants to rock out with us on a road game, let us know. We always have stuff going on. Meet and greets, mixers, dinner, breakfast, lunch, all different type of stuff. We've been doing it for years now. Shout out to everybody from the Rise Up Tour. And don't forget, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. We want to bring as much content as we can to you all. We will have another podcast on Wednesday with special guest TDP Mojo. Bodie, this has been great. The storm passed over. We were supposed to just chop it up for a few minutes. Now we're getting ready to put the pads on and the helmet. I got equipment manager over here right now. I need to get fitted for the helmet. Might be playing Friday. Never know.
Yeah. They let folks try on the helmets. Just want to get your fantasy rocks off, I guess.
Look how Falcon Commander did it. He said playoff games also he's going to. Look at that.
Damn right.
Look at that. Right. Falcon Commander said the playoff games he's going to as well.
That's a fact. Because there will be playoff games.
It's going down in a major way. Lisa Shepard, you are right. We are definitely hyped about this season. Falcon fans, I can't wait. We'll be back Wednesday with another podcast. Bodie, you good?
I'm good, dog. I'm good.
Hey, we ready, brother. Falcon fans, we ready. We in the chat. Get ready, y'all. This Wednesday, another podcast, TDP Mojo, special guest. Friday, Falcons, Dolphins. Let's do it. Back to business, y'all. See y'all on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. No acoustic cinematic tonight. Congratulations to Chase. Early congratulations to him. Shout out to him, Kiki, everybody too as well. Yeah. Rise up.